There is a total of 2,013 homeless people in the state of New Hampshire. 348 of them are not seeking help from the shelters. Our product allows that population that is choosing not to accept help a movable shelter they can sleep and hold all their belongings all at once. For some people, a homeless shelter is impractical. This group of people would much rather live independently and outside the system. However, they still need a place to sleep every night.
These homeless live on the run. At any given moment, a raid or crisis will take their shelter and force them back into the cardboard box. Just recently, writes WMUR, Manchester police evacuated a 32-person encampment that had supported the homeless for years. As reported by Kitsap Daily News, according to Housing and Homeless Coordinator Kristen Jewell, it's exceptional for a homeless encampment to ever last more than half a year. The Tenti protects their shelter. Our product is a hybrid between a backpack and a blow-up tent that simplifies pitching, takedown, and transportation to deliver the highest ease of use. Unlike the bivvy, a similar hybrid which holds one person, the Tenti provides the space to shelter multiple homeless and multiplies the benefits. During the day, the Tenti is worn as a backpack to protect the shelter at all times. Our product frees the homeless to invest more time and energy into self-improvement and financial gain. No more starting from scratch again.
While backpacks and tents do exist for hikers, these products have to be bought separately, considerably raising the price, size, and weight. The few tent backpack combos that do exist are mostly bivvies, meaning they do not have adequate space to constitute a temporary home. These products are also not readily available, and most are only in the development stage. Our tent backpack combo would have much larger living space and would be much easier for hikers and the homeless to use. In addition, it would be much more cost effective.
What sets the Tenti apart is our goal. We aim to aid the homeless population as much as possible. We will sell the Tenti to hikers and the general public and use that money to donate more Tentis to those in need. The Tenti can be a long-term or a short-term fix, depending on if someone's just waiting for space in a shelter to open up, or if they just don't want to go into a shelter, or really for whatever reason, the Tenti does the job.
We are confident that the sales of the Tenti to backpackers will help us be a long-lasting organization. Along with the sales of our top-grade tent backpack, we're also expecting a large support in donations from advertising our product and mission. Once our business reaches the breaking-even point, all profit will go back to expanding the organization and increasing donations to the homeless. Our business is very attractive to investors because the margin of profit for the Tenti will allow our business to expand quickly. Thank you.
Just realized I muted. Nice work. You have 2 minutes and 5 seconds to make supplementary remarks, and your time starts now.
All right, am I loud enough? Can you hear me?
We can hear you, yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Catherine. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a junior at Oyster River High School. I'm going to start with a quick story. So my mom has these huge jars filled with coins, and every couple years she'll get a new one and fill it over time. And when I was younger, I asked her about them, and she told me how when she had my oldest sister, the two of them were homeless, and they bounced around from house to house. They had times where they couldn't find somewhere to stay. And so now that when she got back on her feet, she started saving those jars and all those coins to have a backup, because she didn't have one back then. And not everyone has jars that they can fill, and they need a backup.
So we're the Oyster River High School Changemaker team. I'm Matthew Demarest. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm a senior.
I'm Robbie, and I'm a senior.
I'm Foch, and I'm a senior.
I'm Matt Avery, and I'm also a senior.
We designed Tenti, a portable backpack tent combo to shelter the homeless that can't find other shelters. Our product is designed to easily transform from a tent to a backpack that can carry a hiker or the homeless's belongings throughout the day, and at night the tent provides space and shelter for the homeless or the hiker and their belongings.
We knew we wanted to do something that would help the homeless, so we met with Lauren, the director of the Homeless Outreach Program at the Stratford County Community Action Program. She let us know that homeless shelters aren't an option for a large population of the homeless.
Our business will sell our backpack tent to campers and backpackers. Our product is attractive to the customers because of its high quality and because their purchase is helping someone in need. We will use our profits to donate to the homeless and expand distribution.
We hope you like our presentation. It was a long process to design the Tenti, but we're confident in the final product.
Thank you. Nice job. Let's move it over to the judges. We'll start with Klaus.
Hi guys, hey, great job. First of all, I really love this and I really appreciate the need you guys are working to address. Hey, do you have any working prototype of a model of a tent that's readily packable and transportable as well?
So is there already something out there?
No. Yeah.
We've designed a 3D model for a basic plan. We understand which materials we plan to use. So we have the blueprints.
Awesome. And then my second question is about sort of distribution. What is your sort of plan for distributing these and getting these out to people who would need them?
So I can take that question. For distribution, we are hoping to get volunteers, which we're very confident that we can find in this community.
Nice.
And distribute it to the New Hampshire Coalition for Homeless and food shelters and homeless shelters.
Awesome. Let's hear from Rachel.
Hey, thank you so much for bringing attention to this really important issue that we are seeing more on the forefront in New Hampshire right now, and that's being exacerbated by our housing crisis. So really appreciate you shining a light on it and being thoughtful about how to solve it. I'd love to hear more if you've had any engagement with the houseless community and anyone who's houseless right now while you were developing your prototype, and if you've gotten any feedback from them, decided to make any changes based on that, or just in general how you're gathering input from the target market.
Yeah, so unfortunately we couldn't go and get any experiences with any of the unhoused because of COVID right now. But we talked to, as I mentioned earlier, Lauren from the Stratford Community Action Program, and she gave us a lot of good information about what's kind of going on in a lot of stats about the unhoused population in Stratford County. So that's kind of how we got into the whole thing.
Awesome. Allison.
First, I love your idea. I work in affordable housing. I've been on several boards around that and have seen the challenges that are there. And I love that you even use the language houseless because people's homes is a different concept. And they just don't have a home right now, but they don't have a house right now, but that doesn't mean they're homeless necessarily. I'm also interested by the fact that you say the tents would hold more than one person because as the young woman's story shared, a lot of these folks are in family units, and that's where shelters sometimes fall down. So what is your imagination about how big those tents would be? How many people are you imagining would be able to be sheltered in one?
So in our case, we would sell different sizes because a lot of hikers, they don't want it large because they need to use as less weight as possible. So that when we sell to the hikers, we then take those profits to design larger ones for homeless, and they can pick, like, I have a family of 4, it's just me. And so we'd make different sizes depending on everyone's individual case.
Erin.
Yeah, I think this is a really fantastic idea, and I'm glad that you guys are bringing light to an issue that is really, really detrimental to our society. And I think that's really honorable of you all to do. I'd love for you to expand a little bit more on your business model. I know you said that you'd want consumers to pay full price, and then it would be kind of like a buy one, give one sort of mentality, which is also really powerful because a lot of people are trying to make a meaningful difference. But how would you kind of justify the cost of making a very good quality product that hikers would want to buy while keeping it affordable enough that they would have the ability to buy it, while also creating enough profit to duplicate that product in the same quality and give it to someone for free as well?
Yeah, so we calculated that the cost of the backpack backpack tent would be around $150 to $300 depending on the size of the backpack. And we are confident that we will be able to sell it for anywhere around $500 to $750 to an experienced backpacker. And with that being said, we would be able to donate about 1 to 3 backpacks for every backpack sold.
Tents and backpacks with name brands can run up over $1,000 if you're buying both separately. So by removing name brands and by combining the two into one product, it cuts considerable costs from what you would find at an Amazon or an outdoor store.
Masami.
Yeah, so I also work with an organization that provides services and housing to houseless families in Boston. And so I really like this idea. I think especially for homeless individuals, it can be really helpful. And I was wondering though, one kind of issue that arises generally with tents or anything with the homeless community is that there's a lot of government intervention, as you had mentioned with the whole situation in Manchester. And I was wondering if you've considered how you might mediate your relations with the government at the local and state levels to really kind of supplement your product and get the support from them.
We found that private institutions are generally willing to house the homeless, and that the homeless can bounce between these two. So when the government gets involved, the tent is designed with its transportability to ensure that the homeless will be able to circumvent the government intervention, and then this is planning further in the future. We also plan on purchasing land to build homeless encampments.